all of this is true, I'm not going to war with you and your beliefs because it ain't gonna change your mind on me. And I do understand once we get on the show, the narrative could be out there, it'd be broke. Well, hell, all y'all can believe I'm broke. Why I got a flash for y'all anyway? Only insecure people want to flash for people. They only want validation from other people. And so if I have to sit here and argue with all of y'all, go on these rants and keep telling y'all how this show ain't making enough money, I got this, that, and the third, all this stuff like that, I need validation for y'all for my existence. That's crazy to me.
Immaturity.
That's why.
I think that's some immaturity too, though. There's a lot of immaturity that goes with that. And because again, you want people to know that you think you want people to know that you have. So again, it comes to immaturity. I agree with you, Jay. That there's something else that's there, for him to be so angry as he was, and maybe just he don't like the other women. I don't know. Maybe it's something personal. Well, I mean, I guess we'll see how it plays out.
I mean, I would say, you know what? I think his "I'm gonna go to war" comment was probably a bit too much, right? I think that was a bit too much for me personally. But I just wanna put this in perspective, ladies. If you want to show, and I told the fellas that you don't wash your pants, you wash them every 3 days. You you're gonna tell me that you gonna tell me that you ain't gonna address that. You gonna tell me that you gonna be like, it's him anyway, so I don't really care. No, no. Once I tell them, the boys, you know what? Siwa don't wash pant. Aries don't wash pant. Jay don't wash pant. She turned it inside out. Yeah, it's a bloody lie. Yeah, it's not true at all. But you don't wash pant. Now the guys know you don't wash pant. Whether it's true or not, they're now gonna be wondering, do you wash pant? And that's
First of
and
all,
you
my response to that would have been, I don't even wear pants to watch. So there you go. I'm not about to go to war with you. You can go
no
tell
no
these
no
guys all
war.
you want. You can tell them what you want, but see, baby girl know how to go ahead and counteract that without having to go to war with people. I'm not about to get all
I
irate
agree with
with
that
this
part.
stuff. You want to tell some stories and stuff like that. It's like if that's what you want to believe. But shoot,
But you
show
would
me my
want
panties.
but yeah, but I'm saying though, once that narrative is out there and it's put out against you, right? Unfortunately, what actually happens is you're going to be fighting that narrative. Whether you make it funny or not makes no difference. You're now fighting a narrative. And the reason why I chose washing pant is because again, it's something that's personal. It's something that again for men and women, it's slightly different. I didn't use money because if I said you're a broke person, ain't nobody fighting that as a woman. It doesn't affect you in that way. You have to affect the person through what affects them as their value. As a woman, you are affected by your beauty. So if I said your cooch this or smells or something like that's gonna affect you. You are not going to be like, well, I, it doesn't really matter. No, when all the fellas are now
It's
making
going to be
jokes
prove it.
as they go past you or say, you're gonna be warring. You're gonna be warring a little bit. Just to
If they
let out.
and
Just to
listen,
let
if they
out.
smell something, then that's my fault because obviously he was right. Okay, but if you walk past me and you ain't smell nothing, then you listen to Boo Boo the Fool. That's on you, Boo Boo, and that means you just not for me. If anybody else can influence you about me outside of me, then carry on.
I'll
I'm
be
not
like,
about to, you.
he's
You got
saying
to
because
keep
he don't want you to smell. He don't want you to find out.
right. Ask him what he was doing down there. Why it got a smell now? Because it didn't have a smell before he came. Like
He just don't want you to know.
Well, you know what, Coach? I think this is actually a good point you're making. I think this is actually similar to the combative narrative actually from last season too. When you put that type of label on a woman that she's combative, that's kind of the same reason why a woman pushes back against that as well, because we don't want that narrative on us, because now you're saying we're not fit, feminine, submissive, whatever, friendly, whatever it is, right? So I think you're washing pants, right? It's similar to the combative narrative, which I understand defending. It's just like I would have defended it more like last season, Jessica asking, what did I do to be combative and ask for a real answer? Versus him, he seems to, one, not even be interested in the fact that people insinuate that he was perverted or that people said that they said. He don't even care about that. It's just the fact that he's sleeping on a cot. And how I would have handled it, I'm not saying I wouldn't have been offended. I would have just been like, hey, they took X, Y, and Z situation, like Jay was saying, and completely ran the wrong way. And it's actually a joke that they're running with it like that. But I know I have this and that, and they're running with some as childish as that based on the fact that I said X, Y, and Z. Period. You know, at least he was actually given why he was broke, because he was sleeping on a cot, instead of just saying you're this, you're that, you're that. So, I mean, at least he got the source of the information. It's because he said he was sleeping on a cot at a house. At least he can fix that. So that's kind of, but I do understand what you're saying, because a woman smelling is similar to like a man being broke. It's not a good thing, but so is calling a woman combative.
I think the difference is, though, like if we take Koshia, for example, like we can see that she's got a temper, right? A hothead. She's at least quick to go off, right? That's the least you can say about it. It's not someone that's actually experienced that, like, by themselves, and then come back and influence the rest of the group. Like, she's erupted on some of the guys and in the ladies' lounge, so everyone's seen it. We've seen it. Whereas with Will, it was one person's conversation that got fed back and has created a narrative. It's not like he's turned up disheveled with holes in his pants and he's giving vagrant vibes, you know, or homeless vibes. You know, he seemed like a clean-shaven, smart dude. But this one person's experience on that phone conversation has now gone and put him in the bottom. So that's why I think he's pissed. Whereas the combative narrative, every season, we do see personalities that clash. And when they clash, there isn't, like, all the tact goes out the window. It's all about, I'm going to set you straight. I'm going to put hands on you. Don't mess with me. This, that, the other. Don't you know what I'll do to you? So we're seeing these people do it, rather than one person just going back and saying, oh, well, you know what, she's combative. Admittedly, we did see that with, what's his face? Aries' friend. Construction worker dude. So,
Wait, who my
Chris.
friend? Hold on, don't put me up in
Chris.
this.
Is it Chris?
JR, that's why I gave that example. That was the exact same example. You took a situation that y'all had, brought it back to the group.
But the honest truth is that she was. That's why nobody else said anything. She was combative.
Exactly.
In real life. So that's why it was really something that the audience didn't see. But in real life, nobody else said anything against it because we agreed.
Yeah,
so
I saw it.
But that's the same. It's almost the same thing as him being broke and him